you doing, everyone? God bless you. Hope you and your families are doing well. Um, I'm here with another episode of my journey, if that's what I want to call it. Um, Today I'm doing pretty fine. I woke up this morning. I really didn't go work out. I stood home. I did some calisthenics. I concentrated more today in doing sit-ups. Which is the area more that I have to work on. So I was just wondering. I wanted to ask a question, right? Um, how are you doing? How is your day? What is going on with you? Are you happy today? Um, are you satisfied with how things are going in your life? Because I was thinking about that myself. Because in reality we all have problems. You know, the things that gets me the most is how we handle our problems. You know, my problem is like what I told you and what I shared with you. It's not only my weight, but it's the pain that I go through constantly with with the surgeries that I had. Um, but it's one thing telling you about my problem. It's another thing, actually hearing people, share their comments or even, share a little of their problems if they have any. You know, um, this is what I'm trying to do in my videos. I don't know if I'm getting through to people because too many of my videos are not going, really nowhere. And to me, I'm more worried about, am I reaching people? Am I helping somebody? You know, um, it's not all about, you know, thinking about, yourself. It's about thinking about others. And to me, it's something that I try to do constantly. You know, um, for some reason, I'm that type of person. I care. I like to show compassion to others. You know, um, I like to help others. So it's something that I always wanted to do. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to become, when I was going to school and I was going to college, I wanted to become a doctor. You know, um, that didn't happen because certain dramatic events that happened in my life. So I try to go into drug counseling, and help people with addiction, people that had addiction, for the simple reason, not only did I go through it, but I know a lot of individuals that are having a hard time, you know, with certain things in their lives, as far as what I'm saying, addiction, overweight, all types of problems. But this is the field that I wanted to get in because in these fields, whether it's doctor, counselor, training coach, these are fields where you help others. And that's what attracted me the most um, to these certain fields that I wanted to, get myself into, you know. So I did a little bit of drug counseling because I became a recovery coach and a peer advocate. But as time went by, I felt that I can just do something that I can reach people online. I can reach people and maybe people that are overseas or maybe people that are in another country. I want to know that I'm talking to you also. Um, I try to show love to everyone. Um, I just want you to know that if you have any problems or if you have something you want to say, please leave it in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel and give me a like. Um, so yeah, getting back to the subject. I always wanted to do something that I can help somebody, you know, and it was always hard for me to help myself. You know, I thought about everybody else before I thought about me. You know, and I lost a lot of friendships because of that. Because it was always me taking care of them, me taking care of them, and not taking care of me, and they would not do the same. So the feelings were not mutual. So we wind up unfriendling ourselves. But I can tell you today that I have very good friends. I have a small circle of people, which sometimes I call, sometimes I see, which I love very much. You know, um, but I know there's people out there that are going through something and they have no one to talk to, or they don't have, you know, access to reach out and tell someone how they're feeling or what they're going through. And I want to tell you that you're not alone. You know, um, like I said before, we all have our little problems. Some bigger than others. But I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel strong. I want you to feel empowered for you to come forward and tell someone what you're going through. Um, and it doesn't matter what the situation is. You know, um, if you're going through a problem, you're going through a problem. It's not good for you to go through situations on your own. Maybe your surrounding and the people around you, you don't want to confide in and you don't want to tell, and that's why, you know, I create these types of videos to let you know that you're not alone, that you can reach out, you know, and it's not about being afraid of being a coward. It's about you know you getting better with yourself. You growing, becoming somebody different. You know, I don't know if any of you, either go to church or believe in God or whatever your belief in. Put your trust in that. Because I tell you something, faith goes a long way. Having faith in something, empowers you to speak out, to talk to someone, um, you know, for you not to feel depressed or feel anxiety, you know. And I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. You know, there's a lot of times where I, had certain situations where I didn't want to share with nobody. I didn't want to tell nobody. But here I am today, and I'm grateful that I'm able to go online and tell people around the world how I feel and what's my situation. You know, there's times where I wanna, scream and shout and break things and go crazy. You know, there's times where I shield myself from anything outside. You know, I don't want to let people in. Not only because I don't want to, but because of my experience in the past, whether it's through relationships, friendship, family. You know, um, there's a lot of people out there that's been hurt, you know. And I'm saying this because I believe that a lot of people that get hurt sometimes are women, you know, and they go through certain things and then they shield themselves and they don't want to express that feeling and it becomes harmful to themselves, right? But you know, there's always something that you can do, you know, for yourself, and that is to get yourself up, right, and confront the situation head on, you know, because that's who you are. You're not just anybody. You know, you're a child of God. You know, you're empowered. You know, you have strength. You have the ability. You know, so you know, move forward. You know, move forward. Don't be afraid. You know, hug someone that you fought with. Forgive, because forgiving is also something that purifies the heart. You know, sometimes we have to become the bigger person. You know, yesterday when I was talking to a friend of mine, you know, she told me to talk about different topics. So, you know, I really didn't want to talk about, you know, weightlifting or exercise or losing weight today. I just wanted to reach out to anyone out there that's going through something. You know, I just want to let you know that I'm here, that I'm grateful to you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, you know, for being there for me. Because even though I don't see you or you're not here with me, I know that you're listening to me and listening to my message within my words, you know. And I want to tell you that I do care, you know. Um, I send you prayers. I send you love. I send you compassion, understanding. And may God always be with you know. And may you find it within yourself to stand up, be a shield, protect yourself, love yourself, express yourself, you know. And I just want to say thank you and take care. You have a blessed day. God bless you. God bless your families. Have a great night.